What's going on, y'all? I'm Wyatt, one half of Divide and Kiki, and today I'm going to be reviewing the first two episodes of The Real Housewives of Rhode Island. Let me just say, Andy, I'm going to have to give you applause for this cast. I'm going to have to give you some applause because, wow, you have struck gold. I have never seen Housewives. I thought Salt Lake City was unhinged. These ladies are unhinged the first episode. First episode, they hit the gas, no stop pedal in sight. They hit the gas and they are just running full sprints, and they're only two episodes in. So let's get started. Let's talk about it. Let me get a little set. So yes, let's talk about it. So first, we're introduced to Alicia. I took a bunch of notes, y'all. I had to take notes. A lot of these people look exactly the same. It's gonna take a little bit for me to figure out who's who, so I took notes. I think I got it right, but if I get some names wrong, please correct me, okay? So first we have Alicia. We're met by Alicia, her husband Billy, who's in restaurateur. She comes from a very big Italian family, and it reminds me of those older scenes of Real Housewives of New Jersey where the family was in it, and the Italians, big family, boop boop bop. I like that the families are a big part of the story, but I feel it differs from Real Housewives of New Jersey, where the families here are more of a B plot. It feels as though that they are going to be there for more comedic relief or for a B storyline for a housewife, other than being like the main storyline like New Jersey was. So I do like that because, as we can see with Jersey, when you get the family involved, it becomes a whole thing. So I got into, so we're on Alicia right now. So she's been engaged for 9 years. Look, when it comes to people's marriages, you do what works for you. If you want to be engaged for 9 years, you can be engaged for 9 years. If y'all function like husband and wife and that works for you, it works for y'all. Not for nothing, I'm not going to be engaged for no 9 years. That's just how I am. Okay? So that's good for her. I'm loving her. She seems like a really good person. Episode one, because I think episode two, she said that she ran over somebody with her car. So, child, listen. Like I said, these ladies started on 10, and I think they're gonna take it to 20 this season. Okay, so I'm really liking Alicia. And then next we get into Liz. I'm gonna call Liz season 7 Dolores because she looks just like season 7 Dolores. And we actually found on the first episode that her and Dolores are very close friends, and they go to the same surgeon. So that's why they look exactly the same. They basically just go to the same surgeon, but that's season 7 Dolores. She has her husband Gary. They met at a bar. They have three young. They met at a bar. He had three young kids before his marriage with Liz, which had her step more into a motherly role, which she is very grateful for. Her family has wealth. The house was beautiful that I saw. And they are a dispensary owner. Liz and her husband own a dispensary, which is very interesting because, it's just funny watching, Real Housewives compared to 10 years ago. Because I remember 10 years ago, there were still Real Housewives kids getting locked up for weed charges and stuff like that. So for there to be a housewife that owns their own dispensary, it's just a way to see how society has changed over the last 10 years. It's very interesting to look at. I love Liz. She gives me that classic, like I keep saying, they give me classic Real Housewives of New Jersey energy. Very wealthy, and she's not afraid to call things out. She's not afraid to call things out at all. Okay? I really like her because of that. Now let's get into it. We got Kelsey. Kelsey. So we find that Kelsey lives a very wealthy lifestyle of leisure. I took some notes. She got 4 kitchens in her house, 79 televisions. Her boyfriend is one of the most wealthiest men in Rhode Island. And it's how she became Miss Rhode Island, okay? So let's get into it. She's apparently been with this man for the past 10 years. It seems to be what I would call an open relationship. He's with another woman for 6 months out of the year. He's with her the other 6 months of the year, and that's how they make it work. Now, it seems as though Kelsey wants more from this mystery multimillionaire, maybe billionaire, I don't know, wants more from this man, but he's not willing to do that. He has his girlfriends all around and things of that nature. So he wants to keep dilly-dallying and having a good time, but she wants to build more. Not gonna lie, Kelsey, you're not smart. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you've been with this man for 10 years and it's just a glorified situationship, but you have access to the money, do I have to remind you what Beat King said? Get that bread, get that head, then leave. Why are you crying over a man that's giving you a life of leisure and leaves you alone for 6 months? That's my dream. That's my dream. I wish a man would let me just hold his charge card for 6 months while I live the life of luxury with no work, nothing to do, and you leave me alone for 6 months? Sister's winning and she don't even know it. Like, Lord, I see what you've done for some. And I want those blessings for me as well. I need those blessings for me to come down as well. Because I just don't understand where the problem is. I get it. She wants the traditional route where she wants a family, she wants a husband, but you're with a non-traditional man. And you knew that you were with a non-traditional man. And it came out, I'm gonna put allegedly there, it came out that she was allegedly a former escort. So if 1 + 1 = 2, and 2 + 2 = 4. 5 + 5 got to equal 10. And 7 + 7 = 14. Girl, from what I'm gathering, what I think happened, you were providing a service and he liked you the most and kept you around. That's what I think happened. That's definitely what I think happened. And not for nothing, we have all the housewives are like, they're confused, just like we are. Like, what do you want? It's like, you can have this. You can have it the way that you have it, but you can't hoot and holler when people say that this looks crazy. It does look crazy. So I don't know. Let's just continue. Next, we have who I don't want to talk too early. I don't want to talk too early, but I think Joellen might be the queen of this cast. Joellen might be the queen of this cast. This lady has a mouth on her. She's not afraid to say how she feels in the moment at all. Lord, she met her husband Gary in high school. She stole that man from her sister. She knows she's bitchy. She knows she's bratty. And she steps into that role perfectly. She has 3 kids. She's a PTA mom. She works in the cosmetology industry and she loves to make her own money. She just comes off like a boss to me. And that's the thing. You can be bitchy on shows like this. You can be nasty and rude, but you have to have personality to back that up. People like Kenya Moore, Nene Leakes, they thrive in the villain role because they're also funny, because they're also very quick on their feet. They're never caught off guard. That's who I think Joellen is going to be on this cast. She's very good at addressing things head on. People will come up to her and be like, I heard you said X, Y, and Z. Actually, no, I said X, Y, and Z, and that's why I felt that way. In that, okay? Like, literally ends these girls right in their tracks. I really like Joellen. I'm not going to lie, first few minutes, I thought I wasn't going to like her. I thought it was just going to be another mean girl who has no personality outside of being a mean girl. But we see in those first 2 episodes, Joellen will cuss you out. And then 5 minutes later, girl, I ain't even mean it like that. Don't cry. Like, you don't need to be crying, girl. Like, let's start over. And I like that. And I like that from Joellen because she knows how to take it up there. But once she notices things are getting a little bit too hot, she knows how to dial it back a little bit. And that's something that's very important for a housewife because like I've been talking about with Kenya Moore last season. I don't know how she tripped up the way that she did, but the kitchen got too hot and she kept it going. And that's why all of that happened to her. You got to know when to pull it back a little bit as a housewife so that you're not seen as the aggressor or you're not seen as the bad guy fully, you know? But I'm liking Kelsey a lot. I'm liking Kelsey a lot. So next we had Rosie. Rosie was a television reporter at one of the biggest stations in Rhode Island. Her husband's name is Rich. They married a year ago. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know what Rich does. It comes off like he's just a hustler. He just has his hands in a bunch of things and it works for them. Hey, get your money how you get it, child. I'm hustling too. You see me on the YouTube. I'm trying to make it work too, sister. So you got to do what you got to do. So we're introduced with Rosie. She has issues with Joellen saying nasty things about her prior to filming. I can tell that Rosie is a people pleaser and she will just keep kissing Joellen's ass to be accepted, which, I don't know. I'm just like, I want you to be able to stand on your own too and stop. It's going to be hell for you if you want these housewives to like you. You need to be able to stand on your own too so that you can fortify your own path on this franchise. Don't get hooked up with the coolest girl and have nothing going on for yourself. And I feel like Rosie's going to run into that issue moving forward because it does seem as though she does just want everyone to like her. Baby, this ain't the real world. This ain't the challenge, child. This is Real Housewives of Atlanta, baby. You need to get in the field. Some of these girls are not going to like you. Some of these girls are not going to respect you. And you need to be able to get in that field and let them know, hey, I don't know who you think I am, but I'm not one of these girls that you want to mess with. Rosie, I'm not going to lie, from what I see from the trailer and stuff like that, I do think Rosie finds more of a voice for herself. But these first 2 episodes, it does feel as though that she is, you know, like just trying to like be in the in crowd. And I think that might be an issue for her. Next, we got Ashley. Ashley was actually on Bachelor in Paradise 2. Her husband is Jared. So they are no stranger to reality television. They've been married for 6 years. They own a restaurant called Audrey's. They have 2 kids. And Ashley is from Virginia, and you can tell she's from Virginia. She sticks out like a sore thumb outside of these ladies. And it's very evident in like the second episode when they like get into like outfits and stuff like that. You can tell she's from Virginia. Like she's very much so like, I don't know, I'm from the DMV. So like I know how Virginia is. She act like she's from Virginia. It's like Rhode Island. It's like that type of, it's very catty. It's very, Virginia is a little bit more chill than that. And you find that in Ashley. You can tell that Ashley is not one to be played with. I just have that feeling from her. But I do think that she was taken aback a little bit just how quickly things can escalate. But I do think that she could stand on her own. I like her personal story. I do enjoy that she's supportive of her husband, even though he seems to be going through a hard time with launching this restaurant. I do feel as though that look, I've worked in the hospitality industry. I'm very close with owners of restaurants and things of that nature. It's a very hard task. It's very hard to break even in the restaurant industry. So I understand the stress that he's feeling and how it's bleeding out at home. I do want Ashley to stop blaming herself for that. Because Jared has told her it's not you, it's not the kids, it's this restaurant. And I feel like Ashley just wants him to cut his losses and move on from this so they can get into another sphere of, you know, making money and things of that nature, which it would be easy for them. They already had a platform, millions of followers. They have a platform right now where they can launch whatever they want to. I think it'll be cool for them. I do think it will. So definitely. I'm liking Ashley a lot. So let's see. Who else did we meet that first episode? I guess we can talk about Rula. Rula came in that second episode. And I don't think I'm going to like Rula. I really don't think I'm going to like Rula. I feel as though that Rula, well, first and foremost, Rula is introduced as her husband cheating on her. Like, that's her introduction to the series. Pictures were going around of Rula's husband booed up with another woman. Joellen, of course. Joellen showed the group these pictures. So we're introduced to Rula through that. Now, Rula is at lunch with, I believe it was Liz and I believe Kelsey. I might have names wrong. We'll get it together by episode 6. But she's at lunch and she is breaking down what happened um, with those pictures and how it was cheating that was happening and how it's in the past and things of that nature. But let me tell you something Liz did that gagged the hell out of me. Hold up. Let me tell you, Liz sat there in that lady's face while she was saying, he's not cheating anymore. He's not cheating on anymore. She said, Ma, but he is. Oh, Ma, but he is. Oh, my goodness. That lady. Woo! 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 She knows how to get into the field. She literally whacked that lady so hard. He's still cheating on you, girl. We all know. We all know. And that's what I like about this cast. You watch a lot of other franchises like Beverly Hills, Potomac, Atlanta, and they'll dance around an issue for 3, 4, 5 episodes straight. Nope, this one, you're going to talk about it right now in front of us, or we don't care about it anymore, honestly. And I'm not going to lie, Liz doing that literally activated Rula, where Rula tried to come for Liz, and Liz was like, don't even try it. Don't even try. I think Rula tried to say that because Liz doesn't have biological kids, she doesn't know how cheating could affect the family. And Liz was like, girl, don't ever say something like that to me ever again, because I raised these children. If my man was caught cheating, it would affect the entire family and things of that nature. I'm glad that she tried to clock. I'm glad that Liz clocked that, because Rula was being nasty. Rula was trying to get a little whack in because all of her stuff is on Front Street. She do look a mess. But I'm jumping around episodes. I just had to introduce Rula because she was introduced in the second episode. Let me backtrack a little bit. We're going to backtrack to the 4th of July event that Joellen had. So apparently, a lot of the people, let's keep backtracking. There was a lunch that happened, and polygamy accusations from Rosie came up regarding Kelsey and her situation with her older man, if she's seeing multiple people, if he's seeing multiple people, things of that nature. So Joellen clocked her and was like, Rosie, if you have questions for Kristen, go ask Kristen. Again, eat that up. Because we don't have the answers here. You go ask her. And that Joellen is one of the best ghost producers to do it. And it's only her first episode. Like, she knows how to keep things going. And like, it was crazy. Joellen went off on Rosie to the point where she started crying and where she started crying. And I'm just like, Rosie, you were being messy. Joellen was clocking it. She was clocking you being messy. But the thing, like I said earlier, that I respect about Joellen, she came back and she was just like, I don't mean to make you cry. I'm sorry. Let's start over. I like that. I like that a lot. Now, let's get into this 4th of July party that happened. So it comes out, well, we got Dolores back. And I'm not going to lie, I don't think that this show needs Dolores. I think that the network gave this to her as just like a thank you for being a good sport while Jersey is on pause. I do enjoy her I always like Dolores. I don't care. Y'all can say she's boring and all of that. I like Dolores. I've always liked Dolores. So I think they gave her this as just a consolation. Like, girl, we trying to figure it out on your franchise. Just come in, pop in, film a few scenes here. We're going to do it like that. So we got Dolores introduced back. She's best friends with Liz. Like I said, they have the same plastic surgeon. That's why I'm going to be calling Liz Season 7 Dolores, because she looks like Season 7 Dolores. So at this party, so much is going on. Joellen is setting up a scene where she throws Alicia and Rosie under the bus to Kelsey about the conversation that was had at that picnic. It does also come out that Joellen was allegedly sleeping with her boss. And then when the wife found out, Joellen started sleeping with the wife as well. This is all according to Kelsey. So these girls are doing a lot already. I'm not going to lie. The way Kelsey is going about this, just the crying, my relationship is just, don't touch it ever. Like, it don't make sense, and you're on a show where things need to make sense to people. And it's crazy that you did all of this hooting and hollering in the first episode just to say the second episode that you're dating another person. You are in a polyamorous relationship, girl. And if you are, just say that. Like, unless, like, that'll stop the money. And I think that's the problem. Because it does come out allegedly that she's with her new man now, and that other man is gone. I'm not gonna lie, like I said, she played that very dumb because look, I would have opened up a few businesses with his money. I would have opened up some salons, some massage envies, a couple Chick-fil-A franchises. Oh baby, I would have been working. I would have been working that listen, I would have been working that checkbook because I'm a Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn. I like money. I like making my own money. However, I do like when somebody gives me money so I can make more money. Like that's my aphrodisiac. Like I love that. Like Kelsey, you had it set up where you could have been successful, gone from this man by 30, but you wanted to be a bird under him. You wanted to be a bird over someone that you don't even have direct claim over. He's with another woman for 6 months of the year. Like, girl, you need to get in where you fit in, figure it out, because it ain't gonna work out. Like she's no longer with the man allegedly, so it didn't work out. I see why it didn't work out because you're not moving smart. You're moving very green for a woman. You're moving very green. Like, come on, get in the field, girl. Work that man. Like, did you ever work that man's credit card? So what? You're living in the house. Like, what did you build from this union of 10 years and all of this money that you had access to? That's my question. What were you doing? Just dilly-dallying and twiddling your thumbs? Well, I guess she said that. She said that she hasn't worked since she was 20. She lives a life of leisure. I don't know. That's dumb to me. Hey, but if it works for you, if you like it, I love it. If you like it, I love it. Now, I will say, second episode, I got into it. I probably do need to do another rewatch of that episode because I feel like I missed a few things. However, I do feel as though that the drama is set up for the season. I feel as though that season 3 is really when things are going to start popping because I'm hearing some shouting in the trailer. It's going to be a very, very, very interesting season, and I'm very excited to get into it. I want to learn more about these women. They have drawn me in, and I'm just so excited, you know? So, honestly, we're going to wrap this episode up. We have our introduction. We have our housewives. And I'll see you all next week. Cheers, y'all.